All right. Well, we march on. After that, let's sim a little bit more. We'll sim through January. See what we're doing here. Did he? That's a shame. Well, it'd be a shame if they were to cut him, because I'm sure he stayed for the sake of his family. But, yeah. 5 back-to-back 5-1 wins. So clearly when we play, I'm the problem. Because now all of a sudden we're just crushing it on this Western road trip, which is great. Beat the Sharks. Look at this. What a run we're on right now. Yes. Yes, please. This is beautiful. This is beautiful. What a run. 7 wins in our last 10. Fantastic performance from Atlanta. Again, this was the year they were good, despite the fact you look at this roster and you're like, okay, I don't know how. We'll play Hedberg against Dallas as well. And back-to-back. Man, even Johan Hedberg is winning games right now. What the hell is going on? He's at an 889. Letnin's at a 927. Nighthawk, yes, it will be. Basically, everything I does goes up on YouTube. 28, 13, and 6. So we got a few more games this month. We beat Chicago. 9-0-1 in our last 10. And we finally lose in regulation. It's Pittsburgh that beats us 7-4. Let's see, Mr. Hedberg. Can you beat Toronto? No. Back-to-back losses, and technically we've lost 3 out of our last 4. 1, 2, and 1, if I'm not mistaken. Last game of the month against Anaheim, and we win 5-4. So we are atop the Atlantic Division. As of February 1st, 30, 15, and 6. Buffalo's a little bit behind us. They technically have the better point percentage. Technically 1 point behind us. Then there's Florida. Right now, the Leafs, Habs, and Bruins are all dead in the water. Just dead in the water. That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. In the Metro, Rangers, Penguins, and Islanders, the Devils aren't out of it. Hurricanes, though, are falling back. Flyers, Caps, and the European squad are also falling a bit behind. In the Central, it is Nashville, Dallas, St. Louis. Detroit and Chicago aren't really out of it. Columbus is a tire fire right now. And in the Pacific, Calgary, Edmonton, and Colorado. No one's really out of it outside of the LA Kings. Best team in the league, the Calgary Flames. We are currently 4th in the league. Off of points percentage, we're a little bit further down than that, though. The worst team in the league on points percentage, the Columbus Blue Jackets. The fact that the Jackets and Bruins are worse than some of the, the two put-together teams, that's a rough sign. That's a real rough sign. We have a top 6 offense. Goals against average of the 2.71 also isn't that bad. And you never really know what you're going to get out of these sim settings here. I want to look around the league because we'll look at our team in a minute. Hemsky leads the NHL in points. 1 point more than Joe Sakic. Then Slava Kozlov is in 3rd. Ahead of Datsuk, ahead of Hayduk, Stashny, Yager, Michael Nylander's up there. Slava Kozlov defying all odds right now. He is tied for the lead league in goals with Teemu Solani. And then Sean Horkoff is in sole possession of 3rd. Hemsky leading the NHL in assists. For forwards at least. Defensively, Scott Niedermayer with 50 points. You have Pronger on 45, and then massive separation between Pronger and Gonchar, a 10-point swing. 17 goals for Niedermayer. Then for goalies, the winningest is Kipper. Shutout leader right now is J.S. Jaguar, and in terms of save percentage, you got Lundqvist and Lehtinen. Raheel, I don't know, man. You try to have fun with rosters and you break shit for everyone else, It's just how it works. And since it was asked, the penalty minute king is Darian Hatcher with 107. Look at how many people have at least 100 penalty minutes. Oh, that's incredible. Whew. And the time on ice leader has to be like Niedermeyer or Chara. It's actually Ed Jovanovski. The hit king is Brendan Morrow. And the fight leader is Darian Hatcher with 30 fights. 30 in 48 games. That is outrageous. My goodness. My goodness. So with our roster, there really is nothing to change. Like, I'm almost tempted to just leave it the same to see what the hell happens. The AI can make trades. And I am kind of intrigued at how crazy they get, although part of me wants to have them wait. But also we do have the pre-deadline rosters instead of the post. We'll march on here. We play the Kings, we win that game, and then we have a 20-day break, for God's sakes, before we play Philadelphia. So the big question is, I want to see who's available on deadline day, and then maybe we do make a move or two if we have the assets. I've barely looked at the trade values on our team. 32, 16, and 7. We play the Lightning here. And the Florida Panthers. I can't believe Kozlov is leading this team in points over Hossa and Kovalchuk. It's crazy. Lose to the Panthers. Honestly, a backup goalie in case, well, then again, we have injuries off, so I guess we don't have to worry about Lettinen going down. But even then, if Lettinen sucks, a backup goalie might not be the worst thing in the world. Hedberg has been terrible. So we're back down towards 500 hockey as of late. Second in the division behind Buffalo. And the deadline is coming up as we lose to Edmonton. We beat the Vancouver Canucks, and here we go. Final game, it's against the Coyotes. We'll list ourselves as buyers. Who's available on deadline day? Top target, Doug Weight, the 37-year-old. You also have Andrei Markov out there that the Habs are looking to move on from. Corey Stillman, Jason Blake, Craig Conroy, Bill Guerin, Victor Kozlov, Tom Poti, Mike Sillinger, and Mike Knuble are the top players available. Doug Weight wouldn't be the worst addition in the world. Again, like goalie-wise, Ariel, it's been pretty good. Oh boy, we got a trade already. Detroit trades a first, a second, and Jimmy Howard to the Islanders for Miroslav Shatan and Andy Hilbert. So, Jimmy Howard to the Island. Honestly, we need a right-handed shot or two. Like, desperately. And then forward-wise, we are kind of stacked at center if we want to play people in their natural position. Tampa's made a trade, a first and Lapanov for Victor Kozlov, or Vyacheslav Kozlov, Tom Poti, and Aaron Asham. So the Islanders are selling. Big time sellers already, the New York Islanders. Another center, like a center upgrade wouldn't be bad. A right defenseman wouldn't be bad. You got another trade. The Avs send a first and Randy McKay to Montreal for Mark Streit, Sergei Samsonov, and Matthew Dandino. Samsonov to the Avs. In terms of the open block, there's nothing available for Doug Weight. Markov's a left-handed shot. We don't really have room for Corey Stillman unless we were to get rid of John Sim. Jason Blake doesn't really fit. Craig Conroy. There would be a deal for Craig Conroy. 2/3 and Brad Larson. Or a Jim Slater swap, which, Jim Slater hasn't been that bad. Jason Blake and I think Sean Hill are going to Nashville. The Islanders are legit fire selling their entire team. Tom Poti. He's already gone, though. If we look at available, is there anybody else who really fits the bill here? Adam Foote. Oh, hold on. Vancouver's made a trade. A first and a 7th for Jeff Sanderson, Denis Gauthier, and a 6th. Damn. So the Canucks end up buying. Adam Foote wouldn't be bad. But they want Bobby Holik, and that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. Is there someone the equivalent of Bobby Holik, maybe as a left-handed defenseman? There is Havlid. Got another trade here. The Kings trade Conroy and a third to the Sharks for Vesa Toskala. Okay. Honestly, Havlid hasn't been that bad. Got DeVries, Havlid. Can I send you Vitaly Vishnevsky instead? Columbus would be under the cap. That's the issue, huh? That's why they want Holik, is for the cap space. Calgary acquires Mike Knuble and Peter Nedved. I can't work out that deal for Adam Foote. CBJ just does not have the cap space. Dinah Zubris, Sammy Kapanen, Martin Biron as a backup goalie, or Ilya Bryzgalov. Also Brad Stewart. What would the price be for Biron? DeVries, Hedberg, and Exelby. Havlid, Exelby in a first. Colbert a 90, Mellenby 90, Slater. Oh, man. I mean, using DeVries and Exelby, it's not the worst idea in the world, but in a way that would almost have to make Martin Biron our starter moving forward, and I'm not feeling that. Bryzgalov, Sim, Vishnevsky, Larson. Just hoping to see more draft picks involved. Thomas Turtleneck. God, the Ducks send Bryzgalov to the European Elite there. Epic GG. Thank you for the follow. Craig Rive? Nope. Zednik, Eric Belanger, Anson Carter. Sean Avery's on the block. Love to see it. Pascal Leclerc, Ty Conklin, Kyle Calder, Mark Denis, Mike York. Yotes have made a deal. Corey Stillman. Belanger is actually who Atlanta brought in. Really? It'd be a third and Brad Larson. Again, I have enough centers. I have enough centers. Mike York. Have it a fourth and Reichel. Holik a second. Just nothing I really want to give up. We might just carry this team. Sammy Kapanen's been dealt to Dallas. We might just have to carry this team through and see what happens. David Tanabe. Third and Larson. Yeah. There's really nothing out there that I'm overly interested in right now. Like, we're going to have to fix this team moving forward, but it doesn't have to be immediate. Although that deal works for me. A third round pick and Christian Reichel, who's a tack on for Brent Sopel. We'll do that. We will pick up Brent Sopel. So Randy Robitaille goes to the Rangers, so the Rangers are buying as well. This at least gets us a right-handed shot, which we desperately needed. Not that Sopel's outstanding, but I mean, Sopel is like our only natural right-handed shot. As crazy as that is. Yeah, he and Nighty. I'd love one extra right-handed shot if we could get him. I just don't know who that would be. Have you changed your mind on what it would take to get Adam Foote? No, you haven't. Let's see what's out there. Because we still got time. It's only 8:45 on this. Let's see. The Bruins are getting rid of Brad Stewart. Doesn't really fit. Wayne Primo. Paul Mara. Jason York. Actually, I should go to find trade, not propose trade. Whoops. Just to see what they're willing to give up. I'm glad Raheel and Endo are making fucking lunch plans for all of us to see. Good job, boys. Had to carry the chat. Jason York. Literally for a tack on. Let's do it. Like, it's free. We'll take on Jason York. At least that way now we have the proper amount of right-handed shots on our defense. Oh, Scott Walker can suck it. Again, I'd love to get Adam Foote, but the cap situation just doesn't work for the Blue Jackets. I think we're okay from here. I am really intrigued to see how the offseason goes. We could technically pick up Sean Avery, but again, I don't need any more centers. Turtleneck, Radek Bonk, Steve Bajan. I think we're good. I don't really think there's too much else that we have to do here. Doug Waite, Bill Guerin. Man, getting Doug Waite as a top-line center, though, might be exactly what we need, but there's nothing they're interested in to make it happen. I really am intrigued, though, to see what this first off-season ends up looking like. Just how many people move, but I think we're good. I think we're good. We got those trades for those right-handed defensemen. They're not the best right-handed defensemen in the world, but I think it'll work out. So there was the Kozlov, Pody, Asham to Tampa Bay deal that stands out. There's Streit, Samsonov, Dandino to Colorado. And those redeemed the big trades. Fair enough. So keep the goaltending the same. A lot of these guys aren't required to be on waivers. Send those dudes down. Let them play in the AHL and hopefully they'll crush it. Alright. Let's see what we got. Burns them shut it down. Looks like Coyle's the 1C. I mean, there's no way they're going to go over the border to Canada. They're going to shut shit down. It's getting bad. There we go. Defense, DeVries, Havlet, Coburn. Good on the third pair. Good on the first pair. Good on the first pair. Sopel, good on the second pair. Nighty's good on the first pair. York's good anywhere. That works for me. That works for me, and hopefully the team does well. I think we had 2 Thomas Zaborskis there as well. So let's keep going here. I mean, we should be a playoff team. We should be a playoff team. Barring a brutal, brutal collapse. It'd be very tough for us to miss, which again is accurate. So I'm happy about that. We'll get Hedberg in here. He's been trash all season. Loses again. Of course he does. You know, Snipe, I will say I'm actually surprised you can you can see Atlanta do as well as they are. Because this team on paper should sim like trash. So it's kind of interesting how it actually works out. All right, 7-5 over Boston. All right, Mr. Hedberg, don't blow it. You get a chance against the North American Future Stars for those 5-1. Oof. Oof. Get Kari Lehtinen back in there. We play the European All-Stars there. We win 3-1. All right, 10 games left this season. Loss against Ottawa doesn't help. Pressure's actually on a little bit as the Lightning could force us back into a wild card spot if we were to really drop the ball here. So we got to be on point. The AHL team missed the playoffs, unfortunately, but I mean, that's just pure luck. Atlanta, it's official. Playoff team in 2007, as it was meant to be. The only question now is seeding. But we have made the playoffs. We got the Lightning. We win 5-3. 5 games left. Buffalo's taking the top. Wow, 9-1 loss against Florida. Buffalo's taking the top spot in this division. We are neck and neck with the Panthers and Sens for the 2 seed and home ice advantage in round 1. Hedberg. Thank you. Big, big win for Hedberg. We needed that one. Mr. Lettinen. You got 2 games left, buddy. What can you do? You lose to Toronto, that might have pissed away home ice. Oh yeah, we're down in a wild card spot. Well, we have to win this game against the Devils just to have a chance at having home ice. Let's see what happens. First period, 1-0, Slava Kozlov. Second period, 1-1, Brian Gianna. Kovalchuk, Holik, and Larson. It's a good way to end the season. 4-1 over the Devils. And look at that. We jump both the Pens and Sens. The Panthers and Sens, not the Pens and Sens. I knew I was going to mess that up in my head. We have home ice advantage. We'll be playing the Florida Panthers in round number 1. We made the playoffs. It happened. Do you believe in miracles? Because it honestly feels like a miracle. It honestly feels like a miracle. It's beautiful. So the Sabres, top team in the Atlantic, top team in the conference. They might have won the President's Trophy. Will be taking on Florida. Buffalo plays Toronto. And Ottawa will play the top team in the Metro. As the Lightning just missed out. That's brutal. The Bruins and Habs weren't even close. So, again, you have the New York Rangers at the top of the Metro. The Devils will play the Penguins. No one else was close. Europe United finished ahead of Philadelphia and Washington, though. Poor Ovi. Poor Ovi. The Pacific is Calgary, San Jose, Colorado. So the Flames will play the Ducks. No one else was really close, by the way. The Kings were trash. And the Edmonton Oilers will play the Detroit Red Wings as Dallas plays Minnesota, who just beat Nashville on tiebreaker. ROW difference of 1. And the Blues and the Jackets just sucked. So the Calgary Flames actually take home the President's Trophy this year. Rather than the Sabres, we were the 5th best team in the league. Columbus, Montreal, LA, Washington, and Boston, your bottom 5. Oof. Do you have Series S or X? I am on an X. I was very, very lucky. The Kings had the worst offense in the league. The Avs had the best. Tampa had the 2nd best offense in the league, and they missed the playoffs. You do not see that happen every day. But it's because their goals against average was relatively high. Wow. Power play. Tampa had the best power play. Tampa had the best power play in the NHL and missed the playoffs. We had the 2nd best. God damn. Tampa had the 4th best PK. I cannot believe the Lightning missed the playoffs. That's crazy. For us, you have Kozlov, 88 points, 36 goals. Hossa with 77, Kovalchuk with 70. Mellenby and Holik on 60, Ruchin on 59. Maybe Holik should be the top line center rather than Steve Ruchin. Kapanen on 48. You had Metropolit on 39. John Sim. Like Larson and Vijay kind of disappointed a little bit. Defensively, Brent Sopel had 4 points in 19 games and was a -6 since being acquired. Coburn wasn't too bad. Havlin wasn't too bad. We don't have that dominant right-handed shot. Jason York was abysmal in Boston before we acquired him. Kari Lettinen a strong 919. Johan Hedberg at an 890. I do want to look at those future star teams. Let's look at Europe United here. Nick Backstrom, 58 points at 20 years old. Alexei Sharapanov with 39. Kuhlman was up there. Bergenheim. Defensively, Yuri Slager, Strawman, and Yalmerson. And Roman Turek and Ilya Brizgalov. This was season 1 with this team. The 2007 rosters. North America Future Stars. Taves did pretty damn good. Wheeler, Giroux, Bobby Ryan. I'm intrigued to see how quickly people end up moving on. And Jonathan Bernier, 906. In general, with the league, Joe Sakic was the only player to break 100 points. Snipe, is that what you would have expected? Because it is not what I would have expected whatsoever. Oof. Hemsky on 93. I guess you never really know what the hell you're going to end up with. Case in point. Goal scoring king was Sakic, the only one to break 40. Frickin' Tim Connolly had as many goals as Pavel Datsyuk, which was coincidentally one more than Ilya Kovalchuk. Hemsky, Briere, Sakic, Thornton, Stastny, Forsberg all broke 60 assists. Defensively, point leader, surprise, surprise, was Scott Niedermayer, 84 points in 82 games, good lord. Then it was Pronger, and everybody else. Goal scoring king was Niedermayer, at least amongst the defensemen. For goalies, the winningest was Mika Kiprasov. Not save percentage wise, but shutout wise, it was Cam Ward. 11 shutouts. Save percentage wise, amongst starters, it's going to be J.S. Jaguar or Dwayne Rollison. Maybe Henrik Lundqvist, but likely J.S. Jaguar. And of course, the rookie race in Season 1's broken, but it's going to go to Hemsky. The Pim King, Darian Hatcher, 288. Good lord. Good lord. Who won the most face-offs? Sean Horkoff. Hit King, Brendan Morrow, 226. And the Fight King, Darian Hatcher, had 52 fights. Matt Walker, 42. 52 fights for Darian Hatcher. It's a way to do it. So with that, the confirmation. Thrashers, Panthers in round one. One of these two teams, for once, has to actually not blow it and get something done in the playoffs. But it will be Calgary and Anaheim, San Jose and Colorado, Detroit, Edmonton, Dallas, and Minnesota. In the East, it is Buffalo, Toronto, Atlanta, and Florida, Rangers, Sens, Devils, and Penguins. Beautiful. The real record's 39. Not anymore, it's not. This is the real record.